Alright, so today we're going to be making lime and thyme salmon. So I got all the ingredients here. I got some limes, which these ones are pretty cold. I'll show you a trick how to do these. I would get 3 limes from the grocery store. All I had available to me was 2. I have 1.5 pounds of salmon. You can obviously get less. We're going to use dillweed, thyme, and my favorite, Montreal steak seasoning. So what we're going to do first is, since these are real cold, you want to leave these sit out for a little bit before you do these. But in order to activate it and get the juices really going, what we're going to do is we're going to press down on it and we're going to kind of roll it on our counter really hard. This will get it a little softer and a little easier and juicier to work with. Do the same thing with the other one. Alright, we'll cut these real quick. Let me pause to cut these. Alright, so I got my retard set up. I'll hold it like this and this will be good. So to cut up your limes, you're just going to make nice slices with them. I'm going to use a serrated knife to cut it. Hopefully this freaking camera doesn't move too bad. A little hard. Make sure when you're cutting it, you obviously don't take these. Put these over here and we'll cut the other one. Alright, now that we got our limes cut up, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to our salmon. And we want to get a little bit of vegetable oil, and we're going to rub a little bit of vegetable oil on the top of these to clean it off and so it cooks pretty good. So we'll get these. Oh yeah, nice. And you don't have to vegetable oil the other side. My side, I like the skin, so I'm going to keep the skin on here. There we go. To put our limes on the pan first. Now, I just have a stupid fucking round tray. I would recommend you use a cookie sheet. It'll be easier for you in this round tray. We're going to put a couple on the bottom here, just so we don't burn it. Actually, you know what? Take that back. We're actually going to spray it with Thyme first. And the reason we spray it real good is because these stick like a motherfucker if you don't. So we're going to put a couple pieces of this on the bottom. We're going to take our salmon, we're going to lay it right on top, get these a little closer together, take a couple more pieces. Alright, and we got a couple saved for later if you can see it up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our lime juice, squeeze some lime juice into there, and then we're going to put our seasonings on the top of it. So I'm going to take a part of the lime that we're not going to use, and I'm going to cut little slits inside our salmon. That way the lime gets right inside the salmon itself really good. You can't see it. Right, see our nice slits in here? So we're going to squeeze a little bit of this lime juice right over it. Now if you got one of those containers of the pre-concentrated lime juice already, that would probably be better than squeezing out pieces of lime. But you got to use what you got to use. We're going to wipe this over the top, squeeze this out right on here, wipe it over the top. We'll save this piece for later. Now we're just going to put a couple more pieces of lime right on the top of these after we see. Alright, now that we got it limed on the top here, we're going to put our seasonings on. We're going to do our Montreal steak seasoning first. Looks like I don't have much. Looks like they didn't do the cap. So I like quite a bit of this, so we're going to do quite a bit right on here. Spread that around, it's real good. Do quite a bit on this one too. There we go. Then after we do our Montreal, I'm going to do a little bit of thyme leaves. Take just a pinch of thyme leaves. I'm going to open it. Looking good so far. And we're going to shake some dillweed right on the top of this too. Then we're going to put the leftover limes right on the top here. And then if you got extras, we're going to run them all along the sides of it. Now I'm going to save some more limes because we're going to cook these at 425 for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over. We're going to flip our limes over, and we're going to re-squeeze some more juice on the top of it, and then we're going to continue cooking it for another 10 minutes or until it's done. So we'll put this in the oven and we'll be ready to go. It's been about 15 minutes here. We're going to check on it. Let's see how they're looking. Looking pretty good. We're going to have a little while still. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip these limes over. Flip them real good. We're going to take the juice. That one's a little hot. Take some extra juice and run it right over our salmon here. Really wish I would have picked up one of those little lime containers that has the juice already in it. If you have one of those, use that. It will be a lot better than trying to use this. A little bit more. Alright, that should be good. Alright, we're going to put this back in for about another 10 minutes or so. So you can see it's still pretty pink. The inside's probably still red and raw. So we're going to see what happens in another 10 minutes. Alright, this should be done now. Let's take a look at it. Oh yeah, that one's looking really nice. Let's put it up here. Shut the oven. We're just going to check the inside of it with our spatula here, make sure it's cooked all the way. Oh yeah, that's nice and pink. That's good for me. Look how pink that is. I guess I was a little early taking it out of the oven. But that's the nice pinkness we want. We'll check the other one too, make sure we don't have to cook that any longer. Oh yeah, that's nice and done too. So we're gonna let this sit for a minute. Alright, so we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna cook up some rice to go with it. I like the Uncle Ben's rice, so we're gonna put this in here. I already have the whole pre-done on it. We'll start this baby up. And we'll wait until that's done, and once that's done, our salmon should be ready. So we'll wait until then. Alright, so I let it cool down a little bit, so what I've done is just put our rice on the bottom of a plate, grab our pieces of salmon and just put it right over top. When you take it off your cookie tray, just be careful you don't have none of the lime underneath your salmon, otherwise you'll have a bite with it. Now, you're probably wondering, what are you going to do with the extra pieces of lime that were underneath it? Well, you can just take it, and if you need extra juice on here, you can just squeeze right over here. Or you can just slap it like that. We'll take these off, and we'll try a bite. It's falling apart on me. Now, I love the taste of salmon. It's really fishy, obviously. If you don't like fish taste, then you probably won't like this at all. But it's a neat and different way to do your salmon, and it keeps it nice and juicy with the lime. So enjoy your meal, enjoy your heart-healthy meal, and then you can have one of Jack's recipes after this.